Hi everybody. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because I figured I would update my reading journal in real time with all of you. The reason I'm doing this is, I'm going to be perfectly honest, the Hunger Games video really took it out of me and I'm just kind of edited out. So I thought, you know what, we're just going to do this whole updating thing, this mid-year update. We're just gonna do it on video. We're not gonna do fancy voiceovers. We're just gonna do it the way that I would do it when I'm not filming it. So this journal needs to get updated. I think I'm behind on reviews. I'm behind on my yearly spreads. I'm behind on everything. So what you can see down here is I've already printed out and cut out some of the covers that I'm going to be using to update like a lot of the bingo boards and everything. So just to have that ready, because who wants to watch me cut out little pictures of books? I don't think that's very entertaining at all. So I did that before this. So what is left now is to just give everything a little bit of a spruce up. I think I've already made a video of me explaining every little thing that is on here. I will link it somewhere, but yeah, this is just gonna be me updating my journal. As you guys can see, I'm already way past, I think, the 28th book. Hold on. What was the last book? Yeah, we're at like number 37. So we are behind. I have my story graph open on my tablet in front of me. So I'm just gonna check and see what number 28 was, because we got up to that. 28 was Crescent City. So let's just keep going. All right. Oh, it's all the Hunger Games. Yeah. So I basically haven't updated this since I started reading the Hunger Games books. And we have Queer Lit in between that. So there's gonna be quite a few. Well, obviously there's 7. So as you guys can see, every little genre has a color, but then sometimes it gets a little bit difficult because, I mean, genres are very fluid these days, if you ask me. So we're just gonna have to do what feels right. Because like Hunger Games, it's not fantasy, sadly. It's also not historical. It feels kind of like, this is something that I've noticed, is that even with having 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 genres, I still have some that are not on there. Like, I would say that this is a dystopian story, but I don't have dystopian on here. So what do we choose then? I'm gonna have to add a color because I seriously do not have one. Luckily, I got some new Tombows, so I actually could. This is turning out to be a much more elaborate video already. So I think I'm gonna add a actual, because like it's the first Hunger Games, there's a few more that are coming along. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, I have this little dandy thing that I bought because, I mean, I journal a lot, but don't make me draw a circle. It's not happening. So we're just gonna see how big, and we're just gonna add, there we go. And dystopian, I love this one. So for anyone who's curious about the color number, if you, like, these are expensive, but they're such nice quality. If you can afford them, I would highly recommend. So this is number 29. I'm always 29. Okay, good. I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna choose a wrong one. Then we have romance. Where are you? That's the pink one. You will probably see this table is going to get more cluttered the more we go on, but I don't think that that's going to be a surprise to anybody. This one is contemporary, so that is blue. Where's my blue? Okay, my blue is hiding. That was rude. I mean, it's not really a romance. The book that I'm talking about is Wrong Answers Only, which was required reading for Creole Lit. I liked the story. I didn't like our protagonist at times, but you know, that happens. Then we have another Hunger Games, because obviously we were having Hermes Hunger Games. That was happening. Next one, obviously, also Hunger Games. Oh, this is gonna get fun. Then we have a Crescent City, which we have House of Sky and Breath, which was obviously a romantasy. So we get a double one. Gotta go with the purple. There we are. I mean, I think you can tell by watching this spread what kind of reader I am. Yeah. Anyway, I think I also mentioned this in the previous video that I did like this. There's no way I'm reading 101 books. I mean, I'm at 37 and we're over halfway. So there's no way. This was very ambitious. Something very huge would have to happen for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna just squeeze out another 60, 70 books. It's just not happening. Ooh, next one. Oh, this is a good one. The next book that I actually read was Alice in Borderland, which I would say is, and it says on Storygraph, so we're following Storygraph, is dystopian, but also kind of fantasy. I haven't really gotten to the fantasy part. It just seems like kind of Squid Gamey at the moment. I've only read the first one. I have the second one ready to go. I borrowed them from my library. I was so surprised they have it. But I'm really excited to see how, like, what the hell is gonna happen. Because this is not at all what I expected. Next one is just to see how many books I read in a month. But I think I made an oopsie somewhere. But I think I made up for it. So we did May, obviously. So we got up to... Spoilers. I'm gonna try and hide the review pages because I did do some and I don't want to spoil anybody. So hold on, this Savage Song, yeah, that was actually still April. I added this one wrong. But hey, these two are actually April. And then Enchantra and Lights Out are actually May. So I'm gonna see what happens. I might regret this, but it's all part of it. It actually works. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we continue in yellow, in pink. Know your colors, Alex, know your colors. So May, so we got Lights Out, we got then two more. And if you're wondering, yes, I will be coloring in these decorations, but I just haven't gotten that far yet. I kind of want to color them in as I like complete shelves. Just, I don't know, it kind of adds to it. So now that we've completed this shelf, I can actually color in this candle. Obviously this one is a ghosty. So ghosties are white, in case you didn't know. So I'm just gonna keep it as is. I'm just gonna keep that as white. So we had Onyx Storm and we had Crescent City. Ugh. Reading the Fourth Wing series, like with Donna and Hermie, was one of the best times that I've had in a really long time. I think it's House of Blood and Earth, because I'm always saying Crescent City, but it's not actually Crescent City. That's the name of the series. But it's actually... Come on, House of Earth and Blood, yes. There we are. Then we get to June. Honestly, the fact that I picked gray for Pride Month feels absolutely sinful, and I do apologize. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in June. Okay, well, that was an insane reading month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I have no idea how many books I drew on here. I think I drew 100 books because this one has 100 books on it. And, you know, dream big and all of that. But then again, it's never going to get all the way filled out, but I don't know. It just looks nice. I'm really excited when we get to this because I really want to color this little page in. So we had Hunger Games first. There we are. And then everything else is going to be July. Because, July. How far did we get? Did I already read 3 books in July? There's no way. I must have finished The Ballad in June. Oh no, I finished it in July. Dear Lord, okay. So we've already read 3 books in July. That is insane. Oh, but it's actually the soft blue, which is this blue. Oh, so we can color this one in as well. I just noticed. Fun. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So that's that. Should we? Yes, let's do this. Okay. Let's color this one in. I don't know why, it's just given off. There we are. Don't ask me why I'm picking the colors that I'm picking, it's just, we're just doing it. There we are. And I want a nice colorful candle. Let's do this for the little candle flame. Do we want a colorful candle? Yes, I do. Let's go the bright blue. You know what? Or do I want a pink candle? See, these are the stupid things that I worry about, which I really shouldn't be, but no. Let's do light green. Let's do this one. There we are. Oh, it's cute. And I'm gonna think about the frog. I don't know. Because my instinct is to say go green, but that's just, I want a colorful frog. Doesn't have to be a normal one. Okay, so then we get to the first spreads that need to get filled in with books that I've read. And so these are the first ones that I did. Now comes the challenge of remembering what book I used for which prompt. I think this is Sunrise, so this one is 2025 release. I'm quite positive. This is, I think, Friendrek, because Hermie recommended this to me. Then Lights Out was a new to you author, that was this one. And then debut author, I think might have been this one. And then this one has numbered in the title, I think. I mean, I think I also did one for over 400 pages, which might have been this. I'm gonna see if Phantasma, got an accent there. I'm gonna see if Phantasma was an actual debut novel. Because if it is, I'm gonna use it for that. Oh, it is a debut novel. Okay, so thank you, Google. So I think I'm gonna go there. Okay, so we have Gideon, which still need to keep going with that series. I don't think anyone is surprised, but here we are. We have this one. I'm gonna remember now, I'm sure. Here we are. We have a Friendrek. if you're wondering, this is the Posca ones. I have another one. I have the Uniball. If anyone is like a little bit of a stationary nerd like me, I have the Uniball one, the white one, but that just doesn't really seem to work for me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I don't think you can use a pen wrong that way, but yeah, I don't know what's happening there. But that just never really gives the white color payoff that this one seems to do. So yeah, I don't know. Ooh, how close? We are close to quite a few. Oh, and I even forgot this one. We are close to quite a few bingos on here. I mean, obviously, I'm an overachieving person, so I want to get a full blackout, but the way it's looking right now, if we get these two, we get a bingo. These we have. There's two here, two here. So yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so Sunrise 2025 release. Oh God. Is this gonna give me an issue? Because I don't really want to bend it all the way. Okay. Then we have Phantasma. Okay, then we have the series Takedown. I think these are gonna be a bit easier because there's only 3. So we have Scythe and Sparrow, which was reluctantly finishing that series, I'm just gonna say. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody that I did not like the last book. I think a lot of people didn't like the 3rd one. Then we have Oh, Alice in Borderland was an actual TBR veteran series because that's been on my TBR for a while. I knew that my library had it, so that's why I added it, because they don't really have a lot of like YA or adult graphic novels. The fact that they have this, and they have it in English, because I don't live in an English-speaking country, the fact that they have this in English in our library is a small miracle, if you ask me. And then we have Crescent City, which was a series. This could fit a bunch. I mean, 5-star rating series it could be. It could be series I think I would love. I mean, pretty cover series. Intimidating series would also fit because they're big books. But I think I'm gonna go series you think you'll love. Because I've read from Sarah J. Maas before, and I've loved everything she's written, pretty much. So I think it was a safe bet. I mean, it could have been a favorite author series, but I don't think I want to put her in like my favorite author box yet, for some reason. I don't know. I just don't think she's at that level yet. Oh, no, finishing a series was not this one. TBR Veteran is what Alice was. And then this one. Oh, this is gonna get so excited when all of these get filled out. Okay, then we have the Alphabet Challenge, which I only have 2. But as you guys can see, like, this is pretty much filled out already. So we have Iron Flame for the eye. There we go. And then Catching Fire. I wanted to be the person that did not double up on books for different challenges, but then like these are already 26 and I had to admit to myself like, girl, you're not that quick of a reader. So yeah, doubling up is going to be happening. Obviously we haven't read any new ones from this, but this is something that I do really want to make an effort to, and I'm already doing it because I started listening to the audiobook of The God of the Woods by Liz Moore because of the Tarot Readathon. So I'm actually starting, like, I will have another one, which I like. Faith Follow Along, which I kind of stopped being a part of. And then now I joined in on Claire doing like all of the books. So yeah, these are either gonna get wasted away or we're gonna actually do this. But it's anyone's guess. Then this way, I mean, I need a bunch of new favorites, but I think it seems strange, but the Barway Boyfriend Club, I talk about it that much that I think it deserves a spot on here. Okay, so the next one that we have going on is the reading stats. Now, I'm really happy about this because, well, I'm glad that I filmed my mid-year wrap-up because that means that I updated my compile. So this will mean that I will have every single little bit of stat. So let's see. We listened to, in the month of March, oh, I only listened to 9 hours. So 24. Obviously, it doesn't say minutes, which is annoying. Let's see. We'll do minutes some other time, but I will be able to do this. Okay. Pages read per month. Wow. Okay, March was kind of insane because we read 2,018 pages. April, we didn't read that much, apparently. Like physically. Maybe we listened to some more audiobooks, which is very much possible. And then obviously I'm actually not surprised that June has this many because we read Crescent City. And that is going to be responsible for a lot of those pages, I'm sure. I know there's a DNF in here somewhere because I did read that Jennifer L. Armentrout book in here somewhere, but I actually don't remember what month that was, so I'm gonna have to look that up to fill this one in. I'm gonna do like minutes and rating. It's gonna take some calculating, so I don't want to bore you guys with that. So I'm just gonna see how many rereads I did every month. I think in April I didn't really, I did one. Serpents is a reread. Okay, so I did one. May, I don't think I reread any. No. So May were none. And then obviously June, I reread all of the Hunger Games. So I did 3 rereads, which were also simultaneously my 5-star reads, which I don't think anyone is going to be surprised about. Speaking of, I don't want to add the trilogy of the Hunger Games, all of them, to the book bracket because that just seems unfair. So I think I put Mockingjay at the top during my rating of the video. So I'm gonna put Mockingjay on here because out of the whole series that I read, that one was my favorite. So we're just gonna add that one. I think my series tracker is pretty up to date. I updated this while I was actually doing my mid-year wrap-up and just looked at it then and tried to wrap this up. Okay, hear me out, you guys. I am woefully behind or failing in the buzzwordathon. I'm on my way. Like the cover challenge, we're good. We're good. That one is going swimmingly. But if you look at the actual word challenge, I mean, this is pretty much how far I've gotten. And we're in July. So I'm missing 3. And I'm the kind of person who wants to do challenges the right way. So I've basically missed 3 months because I didn't read any of the books that I was supposed to read. Same with Aurelium. I've only missed 1 though, which was April. So I'm kind of trying to forgive myself for that one. I'm sure if I look in the like Aurelium store that G has put out, I can find something that's gonna fit. I don't actually remember the June book, what it related to, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Then we got Body Reads, which needs to get updated because I'm woefully behind. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for updating my reading journal right now. I think I did everything. Goodreads, done. The shelf, done. These challenges, done. I mean, we're very close to a bingo here. Also very close here. I think I could get a blackout for this because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books. And I'm sure by the end of the year, obviously I'm gonna look back to all of the books that I've read and see how I can fit everything in. It's just right now, like I'm trying not to use every book that could fit because I don't want to finish it too soon, which might sound strange or maybe not. I don't know how people think, but I just want to draw this out a little bit and then have the satisfaction of in December looking through all of the books that I've read and just like kind of filling in the gaps, if you will. But I'm pretty sure, like, if you've seen my video, I read a lot of series, so I'm quite positive there's gonna be more that are gonna be started or continued or anything else. So I just want to, yeah, this one's gonna get finished for sure. I think this one will also, because, hold on, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books that we have left. I'm gonna for sure read 15 more books for the rest of the year, I hope. I say for sure, but you know, life can do crazy things. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be filling out, for some reason, for seasonal book, I'm waiting for a fall book. I think I'm gonna read in the month of, or in the fall. I would actually like to read like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe kind of books. I know they continue into like winter time and all that, but I kind of want to start that in the fall. For some reason, the second that I saw this challenge, that one kind of stood out to me. So I think that's what's gonna happen there. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain works the way that it does. I mean, you know, same with this. I mean, I have a whole bunch of the difficult. I have a Q, which is difficult. Now the X might be iffy. I don't know if they made an exception with the X that you can just pick a book that has an X in it. If anybody knows, let me know. But yeah, X and Z maybe. I think these three are gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Although like you, like the word like you, I think comes in a lot of romance novels or starts a lot of romance novel titles. So I think this one is probably gonna end up being a romance. But yeah, pretty confident this one will also get actually finished. This one, no. Just plainly no. This is not happening. These are 80 books. I'm not going to be finishing 80, well, less than 80, but still close to 80 books. I will not be finishing by the end of the year. It's not happening. And I have made peace with that. The only thing that I'm thinking about already, even though we're only July, is what I'm going to be changing this to in the next year, because I don't have a Goodreads anymore. I don't really want to participate in Goodreads anymore. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see if Storygraph does something similar. If they do, then obviously it's gonna be the Storygraph Choice Awards for 2025, and that's gonna be the whole vibe for next year. But this is not coming back. I don't know what I'm gonna be replacing it by. I mean, there's a whole lot of book lists out there, so I'm sure I'm gonna find something. But no, this will not get finished. Let's be highly realistic on this one. I do want to finish the Valor series, like the Malice, all of that. I do want to finish the John Gwynne series. Am I already behind on Claire's read-along as well? Yes. But I think it's not a surprise, and I think I've told this 100 million bajillion times. Hunger Games kind of took over my life there for a while. So adding that one, or adding like Malice, or the Faithful and the Fallen. That's the series, I think. The Faithful and the Fallen series on top of the Hunger Games, which is a series by John Gwynne that has, it's like Game of Thrones level amount of characters. I did not have the brain capacity at the time. Now I do. And so I'm gonna try and immersive read all of that series. And again, I think I mentioned this before, but I don't expect everyone to watch every single one of my videos. So I do kind of repeat myself sometimes. But I do still want to read this. I want to fill this out. I want to be like doing a whole spread with pictures and quotes. It's one of the things, actually, just to go off on a tangent, it's one of the things that I think I've missed out on in this book journal, which is just like adding spreads, especially for like House on the Cerulean Sea was one. I think I did add a picture of, don't look. I did add a picture of the characters that I thought was cute, but I think in the next journal that I do for like the, like especially 5-star reads and like really series that I really enjoy, I do want to make an effort to add like to add like actual spreads in my book journal, to like celebrate the fact that I read a book that I loved that much. So that's one of the things that I think I want to evolve into in the next one. Also, which surprised me, I mean, I'm saying I want to evolve in that, but I think that's going to mean that I might actually need a bigger, or like 2 journals for 1 year, which is insane. I mean, this is an Archer and Olive bullet journal. They're not small. Like you can, like physically, they're obviously not small. This one is square. I can't imagine, there's no way I would have fit everything that is already in here in a normal one. For my book journals, I will not be going back to anything else. I really am loving the square ones. I don't know if it's going to be another Archer and Olive. This is turning into something else, but anyway. I don't think it's going to be another Archer and Olive. Maybe it is, maybe it won't. It's going to depend on what really speaks to me when I get to the exciting month or exciting time of it being time to buy new journals. Because if you're a stationery nerd like I am, that is the most wonderful time of the year. And it's usually also around the other most wonderful time of the year, in my opinion, which is Christmas. If you don't know, I'm a December baby. So I was put onto this world during the Christmas time, and that has somehow woven itself into my DNA. Okay, this one obviously is going to get finished by the end of the year. I'm just going to make my favorites, pick my favorites, and then do this one. So you can be sure that there will be a end of year wrap up video of finishing this book journal, so that we can just do the book bracket together and all of that sorts. And then you can all scream at me in the comments of me making wrong choices about my most favorite books, but you know, it's all objective, isn't it? And then this one, I really do need to get back to challenges. There's no one that's putting this pressure on myself but me. But I did decide, I committed to these, so I want to keep going. Besides, the completionists in me is really annoyed with the black squares. But we're just gonna have to be okay with it. And then next year, I don't know, maybe rethink doing a whole bunch of challenges. I mean, bingo boards are always easy, but like these monthly things, and then doing yearly challenges. And then next to it, I also love doing monthly readathons who have like their own challenges. Usually when I pick a readathon, they kind of take over my life, or like that month at least. And it's really hard, or I find it really difficult to add books that don't fit the actual readathon. I don't know why, it just happens. I think it's also because I don't read that much in a month. Like you saw, like I read about on average like 6 books a month, which is not a lot, which I think a lot of readathons kind of expect you to read. Like it's almost like the minimum for a lot of readathons to be reading, except obviously the Resetathon, which is lovely and doesn't require you to finish any books if you don't want to. But I mean, a lot of readathons do kind of expect you to read a few, if we're being completely honest. So, yeah. Okay, so that turned out to be a little bit more of a chatty video than I expected it to be, but you know, if you've been to any of my sprints, you know that I'm a chatty gal, so maybe you shouldn't be surprised, I don't know. But that's gonna be it for me for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've noticed that journaling videos do seem to like do well on my channel, so I know that you guys enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed this one as well, and I'm gonna talk to you guys again next week. Okay, bye!